All right, this is episode 15 of the Bullheaded podcast. I'm back again. My name is Sean. I'm here with Zhu and P. Bush and doing the hosting gig for Chaz. Really appreciate the opportunity. How you guys doing?
I'm excited, man. I'm excited because I
gonna
got
be
a
a
lot
great
of money on
finals.
the Lakers, man. I got a lot of money.
God.
Yeah, I know the Lakers, the Heat are getting ready to play in about 30 minutes, so we wanted to push the podcast up so we can get a little pregame action going. And sticking with that, the Lakers and the Heat, like I said, are starting game one. And it's a lot of people, giving LeBron his fourth ring, and it's a lot of analysts ready to crown him. But, like I said, if you've been watching the playoffs, the Heat have been tough on defense. They battle back. They got a tough-nosed leader in Jimmy Butler. So really interested to see what the guys are going to say. And, Zhu, I want to start. I kind of know where you're going to go with this, but I want to start with you. Who do you think is going to win the series? Lakers in 5, Lakers in 6. What you think?
For me, man, Lakers, easy option, easy. I don't even gotta think, man. I don't even gotta think because pretty much in my mind, if LeBron James stays healthy, they're gonna win this series. No questions about it. Even if Anthony Davis gets injured in the series, I'm still confident that LeBron will win this series. Yeah, I said that. That's a little out there, but I have that belief in LeBron James. And for me personally, I think the Miami Heat, it's a cute team. They made the finals. Real impressive. They blew my expectations. The Milwaukee Bucks, bunch of fakers. Then they're the new Toronto Raptors, man. It's a fake team. Regular season, get your 60 wins. Oh, we got the fake MVP, Giannis Antetokounmpo.
Oh my God.
He got shut down. Miami was the better team.
Yeah.
Okay, they beat a good Boston Celtics team.
You said great. You said they were a great Boston Celtics team.
And no. Great teams have a top 10 player. They don't have a top 10 player.
Woo! You were hyping up Jason Tatum there a lot.
He's almost there. He was a disappointment when he had 0 points in one half. He was a disappointment when he did not close games for the Celtics. Not a top 10 player.
You were picking star power.
Unlike that man, LeBron James.
All right.
You see how he closed the Nuggets?
Yeah.
And he's gonna have that game face on in 5 games. He's gonna win this game in five games against the Miami Heat.
5?
In 5 games. I'm gonna give the Heat 1 game.
Probably tonight.
I'm predicting game 1. I'm giving it to the Heat because LeBron James likes take snaps in the game ones for some reason. A little calculation. Learn how the game plan is. Learn how the Miami Heat want to play him, especially on the defensive end. Let's see how they do the zone defense, stuff like that. Yeah. So just seeing how they use their defensive action against LeBron and AD, because pretty much the LA is a 2-man team. It's a 2-man team. So pretty much if LeBron or AD has a bad game, he got a shot.
Yeah.
Because I think they got to average 60 together. So 30 points apiece for these two guys to get it done.
And LeBron's got to move the ball. He can't just go one-on-one. He's not usually that type of player anymore. He's really good at facilitating. But
him playing the Magic Johnson role for this roster, as well as being the Michael Jordan of this roster.
Oh my God.
Yeah, dude. He's playing Magic for the first 3 quarters and Michael in the 4th. That's who I saw against the Nuggets, man.
Oh my.
Man,
they were up 3-1, man. They're up 3-1.
He did close it. He hit 5 to 6 straight shots, man.
He was missing all game. They were letting him shoot all game, man. They were just letting LeBron shoot, and finally he decided to drive. And that's always been.
You saw that face.
He wanted it.
He looked mad. He told that reporter Chris Haynes, "I'm gonna get this shit done tonight." And what did he do? Oh, he got a triple dub. That's what he did, man. He got it done.
And Jamal Murray, dude, he was hitting some ridiculous shots there in that third quarter. That was Michael Jordan-esque. If you want to say anything, looked like MJ.
Left-handed shot. Left-handed shot.
He wasn't missing, man.
That was like a Mahomes lefty pass for a floater, man. He's incredible.
It was like that Monday Night Football underneath shovel pass Mahomes
just had. That's the first thing I thought of when he hit that shot. But he closed the go against the Jokic, who's going to be a future Hall of Famer. Jamal Murray, future All-Star.
He's a great. I think of all people, he took the biggest step of anybody in this bubble that we've seen is Jamal Murray. I'd say Jason Tatum's, right there close to him. Donovan Mitchell. I think we kind of let him go after blowing a 3-1 lead a bit. But, dude, Murray, I got to give credit to LeBron.
That team is better than the Miami Heat.
The Utah Jazz?
No, Denver Nuggets.
Oh, the Denver Nuggets.
Denver Nuggets is a better team than Miami Heat.
That's what I wanted in the finals.
He beat them in 5 games, so I'm giving Miami 5 games too. LeBron James.
Everybody has picked the team that the Heat have played besides the Pacers. The Heat have been the underdog in every single series. Okay. This is the hottest team in the league right now. They are the hottest team in the league. And everyone's just, as Sean opened up, he said, everyone's just discounting them. They're putting it right to LeBron right away. You know, obviously the Lakers should be favored. They are the much better team. They have way more experience. But I think that the issue, and I think that similarly from the Lakers-Rockets series, you know, the Rockets play a lot of small ball, right? The Heat play small ball besides Bam, right? They have a pretty small lineup, whereas the Lakers, they have a ton of hype, man. They got AD, they got Howard, JaVale McGee, LeBron 6'9". They have some legitimate players that can guard, but I'm interested to see how they match up against the Heat in small ball, right? Obviously, we saw him destroy the Rockets.
AD at the center position. AD at center.
AD at the center. You think so? They're not going to start Howard?
LeBron at power forward.
See, that's why, and I know we'll talk about this later, but you know, some of the X factors in the series, if they don't play Dwight Howard that much, I think that's going to end up benefiting them because they have to somewhat play small ball 1 through 4. But Bam is such an energetic big man. I think he's only like 6'9", but he's got a serious vertical. He can get up and get rebounds. He was destroying the Celtics on the board there in Game 6 last series. I think that the Heat, this is my pick. I'm going Heat in 7, man. I think the Heat can close it out. You know, I think it's a little bit of an upside pick. I've been high on the Heat pretty much all the bubble. They've been arguably the most underrated team. I got to ride with them. I got to go against you on this. I'm not a LeBron fan. I said he wouldn't win another one. This might be his last shot. This might be his last shot to win a ring.
Last shot?
Yeah.
What are you talking about last shot? He got next year with AD.
Dude, but they have to actually play a full season. He doesn't get the big COVID rest that he had to come back rejuvenated. The man's going to be what, 36 years old
36
next year? 36? That's getting up there, man.
You're playing like he's 25 right now.
Oh my God. You can tell he's lost a little bit of a step. His defense
38, 10, and 16, and he lost a step. I want this man to lose 3 steps then, man, because he's unfair right now.
Who was guarding him? Jeremy Grant?
Jeremy Grant's solid. He's going to get paid because he plays
shitting
defense.
on Jeremy Grant all last season.
I was shitting his offense.
And then he showed up.
Game.
Right. So, dude, his defensive, he cannot guard LeBron. But then again, not many people can.
Jimmy Butler can. I give Jimmy Butler a good shot. That dude,
and that's what I wanted
Chicago Bulls is a great defender.
Oh, he's arguably, in my opinion, besides Kawhi, the best two-way player in the league.
He's better than Kawhi Leonard, man.
Really?
Yeah.
You think so?
Yes. When he D's up LeBron, he's physical, man. He goes chest to chest, man. He goes full court, man.
So, I agree with you. I mean, Jimmy Butler is arguably one of the most feisty players. He's a pest on defense. He'll give it his all on both sides. But I think that, you know, one of the biggest things is they're going to have to rotate people onto LeBron, because if they're putting Jimmy Butler on him for 40 minutes a game, he's going to be exhausted. Obviously, of course, you want the Lakers to win. I want the Heat to win, man.
No, it doesn't matter what the Heat do, man.
Oh, my God.
LeBron James tears his ACL. There's no way the Miami Heat wins. That's what the odds are. The Heat is depending on if LeBron stays healthy.
If you always bet the odds
to the Miami Heat.
Oh my God, dude! All right,
LeBron's lost one NBA Finals when he was underdog, or when he's projected to win. Yeah, when he was favored to the Dallas Mavericks. That's when he wet the bed. He learned from that experience, got better, and he's never lost since. When
they weren't favored in the 2014 Finals against the Spurs.
Nah,
really? With the young Kawhi? Interesting. I don't know about that one. I think that may have been another one that he may have been.
That's real
favored.
close, but technically Vegas thought the Spurs were the better team.
I'd say that was probably the most even finals he's ever played, though. Like a pretty 2 even teams. But that's besides the point. We're in 2020. I got Heat in 7. I think the issue that the Lakers are going to have is that all the teams that they have played, they have 1 or 2 guys that the Lakers have to focus on defensively. They could shut down Harden, and that was pretty much the end of the Rockets.
I give you
What are they going to do when Tyler Hero comes in and drops 20? They switch LeBron onto him for a little bit, and then Goran Dragic goes out and drops 15. That man's been unconscious lately. He was hitting some miraculous threes. The Dragon's been beasting lately. So I think that the Lakers are going to have an issue of, you know, who are we going to put on who is hot at the current moment? And the fact that the Heat have so many options, and I brought this up for months now at this point, is if one is hot, what are you going to do? You know, they don't have all these unreal defenders who can guard on the perimeter. And I think that that's going to end up being the issue. I'm interested to see how Caruso plays defensively. Obviously, he's a great energy guy. And you know, Rondo as well. I think it'll end up coming down to how Bam plays with their big men.
Needs to drop 25 to 30 a game for them to win this series.
Oh my God. No, I think that they need 3 players to give them 20 or more a game. If 3 players can average 20 a game for the Heat, I think they have a legitimate shot to force 7, and I think that they might win. They're the grittier team by far. They're the more hustling team. Not that the Lakers don't like to get out and run. Obviously, they love their transition game. But I think it's going to end up coming down to stopping any lobs and layups for those Laker big men, man. If they're getting easy layups down low, offensive rebounds, the Heat have no shot. But I think with Bam in there versus any other team that the Lakers have played so far, I think Bam has the best shot of all big men to give the Lakers a run for their money.
They don't need their big men, man. All they need is LeBron James and Anthony Davis. It's a 2-man show, man. It's
you better. Hey, guys. AD gave me a little scare there in that last game, though, with that ankle. Let's hope he's 100%.
Oh yeah, dude. That did.
Yeah. You made you think about that. I don't know if LeBron can carry that team. Who's going to be his second option? KCP or Kuzma? Come on, man. Those guys can only come on, dude. No shot.
If that happens, it'll be the Cavaliers all over again. But you won't be playing against Golden State. You'll be playing against the Miami Heat. So I'll take LeBron James.
It'll be 07 LeBron James by himself, not 2016. Come on, man.
Okay.
Yeah, I could kind of see LeBron carrying them maybe for 1 or 2 games if AD were to go down, but finishing the whole series, it would have to be something like Kuzma would have to be like out of this world for him to do that. Because then I just feel like they would collapse on LeBron.
He's a wannabe Tyler Hero, man.
Tyler Hero is so much better than much better than him already.
Yeah, for me, I feel like the key, I think, to the whole series, if Bam could somehow slow down AD, I think it goes 6 or 7. But I think if AD shows early, he can toy with Bam, is 5. Because I just feel like Bam is like the only guy. I feel like Bam is the only guy that could like move laterally with AD. But that's just my thoughts. Sticking with the NBA Finals, I know we were talking about LeBron and we mentioned Jimmy a little bit. Want to get you guys' thoughts on who you think would be the MVP if the Heat or the Lakers would win. Who do you think would be making the big shots? You know, maybe playing timely defense. P. Bush, who you say?
It's got to be Jimmy Buckets, man. Got to represent that Chicago Bulls. If it's his first finals, and you know, I'm going obviously based on my Heat and 7 pick. If the Heat win, I think it's got to go to Jimmy Butler. I don't think Andre Iguodala would somehow scheme his second Finals MVP. I don't think
that would happen. First time, man.
I don't know.
7 points and won Finals MVP. LeBron. That is embarrassing. 7 points. LeBron averaged 36, 10, and 10, and that dude didn't get Finals MVP.
Do you know what's more embarrassing? That Curry and Thompson didn't do well enough to earn the Finals MVP. So I don't knock Iguodala for that. Curry and Thompson just didn't play well.
I would have given it to the man that lost that series. He averaged a 30-point triple-double.
Jerry West is the only other man that if they gave that to LeBron, they'd have to change the logo to LeBron. But look, you know, I think, you know, if Jimmy Butler, like we were saying earlier, he's arguably the best 2-way player in the league. He's going to give it his all pretty much at any moment on the court. If the Heat win, he's probably going to be the Finals MVP pick, unless Goran Dragic or Tyler Hero somehow carries them through the series. But I don't think that they can do that as consistently as Jimmy Butler. But it'll be interesting because if Bam is having a great, you know, 20-10 series and he D's up AD very well, it's possible that he could win the Finals MVP. I think it'll end up coming down to if the Heat were to win, Jimmy Butler and Bam. I think it would be between those two. It's, you know, as we don't really know how they're going to play against the Lakers. I think they only played once this year, pre-COVID, and it was a close game. The Lakers won by 1 point, I think. Jimmy Butler missed a wide open 3 to win the game. Let's hope he loves that little right side 3-pointer. Let's hope he hits a bunch of those in this series. That step back, he loves it. Hit a couple big ones against the Celtics, but it'll be fun to watch. I think that Jimmy obviously has the superstar draw when it comes to giving out the Finals MVP. But I think that if Bam were to outplay, maybe not outplay Anthony Davis, but at least contain him to a subpar series, then I think Bam should be in discussion as well if the Heat were to win. If the Lakers win, it's probably going to go to LeBron unless Anthony Davis just drops 30 and 15 a game and LeBron kind of steps away a bit. But as you said, Zoo, I highly doubt LeBron will ever step away like he did in 2011. Yeah,
definitely. Because I don't know, for Miami, I fear Bam Adebayo right now because this guy's a rising star right now. And last series, man, he put on a show, man. 20 and 10 with 5 assists for he's pretty much a point center. Point center.
He's a quicker Jokic.
Yeah.
But he can't shoot.
Obviously he's quicker than Jokic. But the guy got the same size of LeBron, 6'9", 255. So he's pretty much the physical presence of LeBron James, right? Yeah. So I would say he's like a poor man's version of LeBron. But with Jimmy Butler, man, those guys are great. But who's gonna secure that, man? LeBron James gonna get his third Finals MVP with a third different team, man. Building out that legacy, man. 3 different franchises. The worst franchise in NBA history in the Cleveland Cavaliers. Now the best franchise in NBA history with the Los Angeles Lakers. Yep. And Miami is also one of those historical franchises too, man. So this guy's gonna do it all, man. I think he might average a triple-double this series. A triple-double. He's going to easily get the 10 assists. He's going to average 30 points a game because I think they're going to need 30 from LeBron James to get it done. I think he's going to be hustling this series because the NBA Finals time, no more chilling. He's going to be going for offensive rebounds, getting rebounds. So I think he's putting up 30, 10, and 10 this series. 30, 10, and 10.
Who would you have LeBron guard in the series? Jimmy
Butler.
Really?
No more resting. LeBron James. Let's go.
Yeah.
There's no load managing. If you want to slack on defense and Jimmy's out of the game, okay, guard Jay Crowder. That's a nice defensive assignment when Jimmy's off the court. But when Jimmy's on the court, I want LeBron to be guarding that guy because defensively, the wings on the Lakers, suspect, man. KCP, he actually had a good series last year. Good for him.
He played well.
He actually had a good series. But I'm sorry, Danny Green sucks. Danny Green is atrocious. Danny Green misses layups. Danny Green can't dribble the basketball. Danny Green making $15 million for what? For hitting wide open 3-point shots? Are you kidding me? $15 million? You know how much Dwight Howard's making? Like $2 million.
$2 million.
You know
He's the Cam Newton right now.
$3 million. What the hell is going on? Danny Green makes more than KCP, Dwight Howard, and Rajon Rondo.
Combined.
What is going on?
Combined almost.
I don't get it. This guy is atrocious at basketball. This guy shrinks in big moments. He had that one outlier series against the Miami Heat when he hit like 23 pointers. Incredible.
Set the record.
He was insane. But after that, regression to the mean, baby. And his mean is real garbo, man.
It's
Danny
real
Green, weak mentally. His shot, when he's off, he's really off. So
dude,
that guy, I don't know if he could guard Jimmy Butler. Dude, I don't know if he can guard Jimmy Butler.
I just want to see Duncan Robinson face off with Danny Green because I feel like they have the similar playing style, man. Duncan Robinson was actually driving the ball a bit against the Celtics. I couldn't believe my mind, man. I think Jeff Van Gundy was having a stroke watching him play. He's like, is this his highest percentage, shooting inside the 3-point line ever? And dude, I mean, I think it's going to come down to a lot of the role players. I don't think that obviously, when it comes to the finals MVP pick, it's very rare that it goes to not a non-big name, right? Iguodala, definitely a big name in the NBA, but when it came to that series, he was not a big name.
You can get Finals MVP with 7 points.
I don't know how.
That makes no sense.
But
those voters should be arrested.
Yeah, it should have gone, and honestly should have gone to LeBron, but and the precedence technically was there. But look, I mean, I don't know if Anthony Davis will somehow pull out a Finals MVP just because LeBron's getting all of the attention on this. He's going for his 4th ring, or else he's going to be what? If he loses this one, he's what, 3-7 in the NBA Finals?
3-7.
So he'd be 4-6. 40% winning percentage.
That's amazing. 40%.
What about 100?
Got more Finals appearances than over 20 franchises in the NBA.
Congratulations.
Are you kidding me?
But did he win them?
He's a walking franchise. That's who he is.
Well, of course
LeBron
he is.
James, a walking franchise.
I'd rather have 100% winning percentage.
9 Finals appearances in a decade. 90%. Man,
pretty good.
He's not from Akron, man. He's from the NBA Finals, man. That's where he lives.
He was from the Eastern Conference his entire career, pretty much.
And look what he did. Went to the West, first year injured. Okay, misses the playoffs. Second year, wow, NBA Finals. Are you kidding me?
Dude, all right. And I think that of all people, I think LeBron benefited the most from that COVID, that time off, man.
Stop it, man. Kawhi Leonard got his load management, man. All the old guys got to rest up. Yeah. God. What are you talking about? Dude, it was the same factors for everyone.
Sure, but I'm saying he's also 35 years old right now, and he's still expected to carry the franchise.
40-year-old knees, man, and he lost to the Denver Nuggets.
He's got playoff P on his team that he had to worry about way more than his knees.
I give you that. He's soft.
AD's been playing out of his mind. If Anthony Davis was on the Clippers, I don't know, man. I think it'd be flip-flopped right now. Absolutely. Anthony Davis has been the difference for this Lakers team. He showed up, showed out, hit that huge shot that this Nuggets-Lakers series would have gone a lot further. And you could see right before that play was called, LeBron looked at Anthony Davis and he goes, "You got this." He said, "You got this." They didn't run him a play right out of bounds. They ran it to LeBron. He made, one or two passes, got to AD. It was a perfect play call by Frank Vogel. That's another thing. I think this coaching matchup is fantastic with Spoelstra and Vogel. It's going to be a chess match between who can make the adjustments quicker. Because obviously the Heat have easily been the team that has adjusted well. They've made so many changes. They implemented a zone defense that you never see in the NBA. And the Celtics had no idea what to do with it. I want to see how the Lakers handle it too. It'll be interesting, obviously, because they can't go one-on-one with all their big men. So it'll be fun. I think, Jimmy Butler or LeBron are probably the two NBA Finals favorites. Anthony Davis is probably in the mix. And as you said, Bam could be scary, man. Keep an eye out.
But dude, good shout outs to the coaching staff because these two coaches, they're both really, really good head coaches. Unlike that scrub coach on the Los Angeles Clippers, Doc Rivers, who got fired, who deserved it.
He left the team. He didn't get fired.
This is the crazy stat, man. In 7 seasons with the Los Angeles Clippers, he has less playoff wins than Frank Vogel in 1 year with the Lakers. Are you kidding?
He's had how many Hall of Famers?
CP3, Hall of Famer. Kawhi Leonard, Hall of Famer. Blake
Don't you dare.
Line, but he's a perennial All-Star. Yeah. Paul George, perennial All-Star. Less playoff series wins than Frank Vogel. Are you kidding me? On the Lakers? Stop it. Deserve to be fired.
I can't believe that.
Go to Philly, and they're going to lose in the playoffs too. Second round.
Talk about a horrible franchise.
Do not get me started on Doc Rivers. I have a whole I could go on for 45 minutes about how them in Boston, just especially with that whole KG, Paul Pierce, and just a side note, somebody get Paul Pierce a muzzle. I'm sick and tired of hearing him talk trash about it's been driving me nuts. He gets on my nerves so much.
They milk that one championship so much.
Jesus Christ!
And you know who's the architect of the defense? Tom Thibodeau.
Yep.
That dude was the mastermind of that. And they said, Glenn Big Baby Davis said this. Rajon Rondo was like the coach on the court.
Yep. I was just going to say Rondo was the difference.
Man? What did he even do? I don't even know what he did.
Because then he went and got then he had CP3, who's another coach on the floor.
Coach on the court.
But Kawhi's not.
Yeah,
Kawhi's not.
That is true. I give it. Yeah.
Kawhi is a quiet leader who literally will just give you a look, and you messed up if Kawhi looks at you a certain way, man. But
no such thing as quiet leader. If you're quiet, you're not a leader. That's in my book.
D-Rose.
He's not a leader.
I agree. Well, last topic of the night, we was talking about a bunch of people on different teams, and we kind of wanted to see and talk about the biggest X factors. So these are players that could maybe swing a game with hot shooting or maybe get a big or somebody in foul trouble. Who do you guys think that player would be? And Zoo, finish it off for tonight.
It's got to be Tyler Hero, man. I'm going to be watching out for Tyler Hero, especially off the bench. Because in my mind, anyone on the Lakers, irrelevant. AD and LeBron, those are the only guys that matter. The bench guys, I don't know if they're going to show up or not. It won't matter because LeBron and AD will get it done. So I'm looking at the Miami Heat right now. I'm looking at the Miami Heat. So Tyler Hero, right? This guy's 6 man off the bench and create his shot off the dribble, get buckets. Lakers bench, I think, is pretty average. Nobody special. I love Rondo. He got to guard Tyler Hero.
Yes.
When Rajon Rondo tries on defense, he's a pest, man. Especially the way he plays defense. His hands are always in the passing lane.
Huge.
His big hands. Yeah, his big hand. There's a reason why he sucks at shooting because the hands are so big. Getting all the loose ball. So I want him to focus on Tyler Hero. This guy as a spark plug off the bench. If you look at the Miami Heat bench, Tyler Hero's the dude off the bench getting buckets. Absolutely. Like Iguodala, he had like one good game last year. He had like one good game. Like good for Iggy. I think Iggy's past his prime. I don't think he'll be relevant this series that much. If he shows up, that'll be big. The man is old. He's older than LeBron James.
He's my X factor. He's one of my X factors, man.
But for me, Tyler Hero needs to go hero mode and drop a 30-piece. That's what he needs to do.
No limit hero.
Dude, he needs to get it done. Because Jimmy Butler, Bam Adebayo, if they get in a scoring contest with Anthony Davis and LeBron James, they're not going to get it done. They need one of their role players to play like a star. They need Tyler Hero to have that 37-type point game because they need that
at
one
least
game.
Twice. He needs to do that twice.
Because if you get 30 points off the bench, that's hard to beat. Because the Lakers bench, man, is a sad old bench, man.
Yeah.
Nobody's gonna show up off like Kyle Kuzma. Stop it, man. LeBron and AD, where you're facing when you're facing the Lakers. You try to narrow them, make them try to beat you, shut down the guys around you, and hopefully your bench guys show up for the Miami Heat to get it done. Because you got to beat them with balanced scoring.
They have to win by committee. That's pretty, and that's how they've won every game.
Your committee got to play like stars. You got to play like stars.
Yep. Man. Well, they always have one guy who kind of shines, and then the other 2 or 3 guys that are playing well will give you 18 to 22, right? And that's kind of how they've just been winning, game after game, and the 3 series that they've won. But dude, and you shouted him out, Zoo. But my X factor for this series, and I have 1 or 2 for each team. For the Lakers, it's Rondo. Rondo needs to play defense, like you said. Whoever is the guard, whether it's Goran Dragic, Tyler Hero, I think he's a little too small to be guarding Duncan Robinson. And, Robinson moves around a lot. I don't know if Rondo really wants to follow him around. But Rondo needs to play the passing lanes. He needs to get this team out in transition. You saw how easily they were picking apart the Nuggets in transition when Rondo was getting the ball and running up and down there with LeBron. Dwight Howard was running the floor. Anthony Davis, obviously. For the Lakers, it's Rondo and it's Dwight Howard for me. I need Dwight Howard. If they want to win, he's got to come in, give him 10 to 12 minutes a game even. Obviously the Heat are playing small. So if he can just give them some energy, he had 10 and 10 in like the first quarter in game 5. He can still play. He's the Cam Newton of the league right now, making way less than he probably should be, but he wants to win. I got to give him credit. He joined the guy that beat him, right? Playing with LeBron. But look, for the Heat, obviously I do think that Tyler Hero is huge coming off the bench. The Heat, they do have a much better options coming off the bench, in my opinion, than the Lakers do, at least on a consistency basis. But I think Goran's going to have to play out of his mind. I think he's really going to have to just put up 24, 25 a game, move the ball around, hit big shots, get to the free throw line, because he was getting a lot of calls in that Celtics series because he was just being aggressive. I think the Heat are a pretty physical team. And I need Iguodala to come in and just take LeBron, guard him for 6 minutes.
You're not scared of how old this dude is, man?
No,
he's old, man.
No, because he always pissed off LeBron. He's just always gotten under LeBron's skin. Well, even if LeBron drops 36, if he's shooting 40%, I'm okay with that. Skin? Yeah, absolutely.
What are you talking about?
No,
he got a 30-point triple-double. He got under his skin. What are you talking
about?
He lost because Matthew Dellavedova was the second primary ball handler. Matthew Dellavedova was the second guy that dribbled the basketball when LeBron wasn't playing.
All Iguodala had to do was force LeBron to take tough shots, and he was making them. What are you going to do about that? But if you're forcing him to take tough shots, you talk about odds and probability all the time. The odds of him making a difficult shot that's contested, off balance. We saw LeBron shooting in the past couple of games against the Nuggets. It was not looking good at all. I think Iguodala can stay in front of him, but it's not even that he just halts LeBron's scoring for 5 minutes. It's that he can give Jay Crowder or Jimmy Butler a rest from guarding LeBron. That's the biggest thing, is they can't let Jimmy get tired out on the defensive end, or else he's screwed on offense. He's not going to be able to get anything going. Obviously, he wouldn't be as aggressive. He'd be settling. That's not what the Heat's game play. They like to move the ball around, slashing, getting it to the middle with Bam. So I think Iguodala, if he can come in and just give them 10 solid minutes a game and give it his all on the defensive end, maybe hit a bucket or two like he did in Game 6 against the Celtics, I think that could be a world of a difference when it comes to stamina for the entire Heat team. So he may not be putting up 15 a game like he did in Game 6 against the Celtics, but Iguodala's got to give it, his all on the defensive end, and I think Spoelstra might give him a shot after what he saw.
Yeah, but with the Heat's bench, it's pretty thin, man. They're running 2 guys off the bench right now.
Hero, Iguodala,
Hero, Iguodala.
Kelly Olynyk a little bit, maybe.
Nah.
They might see how he does.
Maybe
for height purposes.
He barely played last series, so I don't know how the rotation is gonna be. They might adjust and put a stretch 5, but I don't know, man. If they stick with 2 guys off the bench, that's tiring. That's tiring, man.
No, it is tiring.
Iguodala's an old dude, man. LeBron's gonna destroy him. He's gonna destroy Iguodala.
Yeah. That's fine, but if he destroys him in the minutes that allows Jimmy Butler to get rest, I'm okay with that. You have to play your odds on who's guarding LeBron for a certain amount of time, and you have to give if he does put Jimmy Butler on LeBron, which if I was Spoelstra, I'd probably do that unless he plays the zone. And that'll be interesting because if he plays the zone, the stamina for the Heat on the offensive end, they are a physical team. They're a gritty team. They like to get out and run. I think that the zone could give them a lot of problems. Obviously, I'm sure Vogel's studied the film, a ton of stuff. But look, a lot of these players haven't seen a zone since their college days. And the Lakers are a pretty older-ish team, in my opinion. It'll be interesting. Heck, did LeBron hasn't seen a zone since probably his senior year of high school, and that never worked against him, right? So it's been 20-something years at this point, almost. It'll be fun to watch. I'm excited for this.
LeBron and Rondo, basketball IQ. They'll get it done if they see that zone. They'll get it done.
I'm totally fine if Rondo's getting passed at the top of the key and he's wide open to shoot a 3 to try and beat the zone.
Rondo's shooting like 40% in the bubble right now on 3-point shots.
Oh my God, on what, 5 shots?
No, Rondo's been draining
from 3?
Yes.
Oh my God, dude. I'm not giving it to him. You want to talk about regressing to the mean? It's about to happen this series. That's for sure.
Rajon
you can't.
Rondo. 60% last series. 60%.
How many shots?
1 for 2 per game, man, pretty much. 1 for 2.2 shots. Yeah, that's great. So he's attempting 2 to 3 shots a game.
If he can stay that way, that's good.
Yeah.
But, dude, I think this Heat zone is going to give him a lot of trouble in the beginning. And I know you picked them to win game 1, so I think that's, I agree with you. I think if they're going to steal a game off the bat, game 1 or 2, they're probably going to take game 1. I think it's going to get pushed to 7. I mean, I know it's a little bit of a hyped up pick with my Miami Heat, but I'm going with
if LeBron goes up 2-0, it's over. It's over.
Yeah, but I don't think
LeBron James does not blow 3-1 leads. He does not blow 2-0 leads. LeBron gets it done, man. When he gets blood,
he just chokes if he chokes. If he chokes, he chokes. There's no just like blowing it. Yeah.
God damn. You bring that Maverick series. Oh my. What are you talking about, Jason Terry?
He outscored him in that series. He outscored LeBron James in that series, man. That's embarrassing. The Jet, man, the Jet. Look, all it takes is one big mishap for this Lakers team, and the Heat will capitalize. They've done that to every single team that they've played. If they find a weak spot on that Lakers, and it could be their big men, if they play him too much, it'll be an interesting series. Don't count them out.
You give LeBron AD, he's getting it done this year. He's getting it done.
Yeah. We'll see.
I could, with the Lakers, I think playoff Rondo's a thing. Now, I do agree with P. Bush with the 3-point shooting. It has been kind of crazy to see that he's
been on fire. He's been on fire.
Yeah, it has. And I think a lot of that just has to go with the persona of him being Rondo in playoff. Like, it's just, he kind of like you say, he's not a regular season guy who just goes. So I think he could be a bigger X factor. But for the Miami Heat, I think if we, a couple weeks from now, see that they're holding an NBA trophy, it's going to be because Hero went off. He's probably going to have a game where he just is toying with maybe Caruso and the other Lakers guards. Danny Green, a slow-footed Danny Green's probably dropped past him because, he can't keep away. I don't understand how he's getting 30. That's a robbery that he's getting 30.
It's because he had one good finals.
Yeah.
He's still riding it like Paul Pierce is.
yeah, definitely. He's definitely doing it. But like you said, this is the coverage of the finals. We are about to get off so we can watch it. And hopefully we're going to have some more input and analysis once the series gets going and stuff like that. But make sure you guys subscribe to our podcast, YouTube, Apple, Spotify, all that, so we can get more views and you guys can get more content. And for me, P. Bush and Zhu, signing out.